American actor and Seattle local Tom Skerritt has taken on many roles in Hollywood, from Viper in Top Gun to Shelby's father in Steel Magnolias, and it was his work in the 1992 A River Runs Through It that led to his latest passion project.
Nothing can prepare you for the feeling of seeing the rivers of Montana for the first time. Not pictures, not stories, not even a movie like A River Runs Through It. The stillness or the rush of the water both speak to the depths and power of nature in a way no camera can capture, no writer can quite pin down. This land, unbotted by man, owned by the hawks, the fish, the moose who come and drink from the waters. When you behold it, it takes your breath away. It's something you never forget.
Reflections of the River is a documentary focused on the health of our rivers. It's produced in part by Skerritt and directed by Blakely Major, and they both now join me on New Day. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, and so Tom, I want to start with you. You mentioned in that sound we just heard, A River Runs Through It. Tell me about how filming that over 30 years ago really sparked that passion.
I think it started before I ever do, because I knew Redford right from the beginning. Stumbled into he and I were friends back in the 60s. So along the way, we worked together and we really had a very deep rapport. Bob had to living his life, I was living my life. I would like to have been more with Redford quite often when things came up, and it didn't always work that way, but that river was more than just a river for me.
Gosh, so beautiful. And Blakely, I want to talk about this 6-part series. So tell me about it.
Absolutely. Well, it actually started as a concert film because we wanted to give back to the rivers, but we just figured there were just so many stories that need to be told. And so over time, it went from a concert to a documentary film. Now it is a 6-part series, and we're hoping to capture a lot more than we originally thought.
Oh, and how was it filming this?
Well, the filming was always looking at everything, with or without the camera. It's just too beautiful. You just take it in, you absorb it, it goes into your blood. Maybe I'm being a little romantic about it, but
we like it. We like a little romance.
It is right there.
It is. It's spectacular. And Blakely, there's points of this documentary that are really talking about bridging divides. So tell me more about that.
Yeah. So what we found when we started to interview people is that there are many perspectives surrounding conservation, river conservation in particular. And as we started to interview people outside of their normal way of communicating, we really were able to let them tell their full story, and then the other perspective was able to kind of digest that with no preconceived idea of what someone else thought. And so we really want a main goal to keep this series really unbiased, to show all perspectives, because we're hoping to just foster better communication so that we know what the problems are that we need to solve, so we can all work together to solve them.
And I want to talk about that true collaboration, businesses, government, nonprofit. So what does that look like? Yeah,
so our series interviews developers, tribal leaders. We worked with Bonneville Power Administration, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. So we have all kinds of perspectives, and we're really hoping to show, the perspective that people get as a news story or through policy, but we also want to get the boots on the ground view as well.
Definitely. And Tom, what do you think more of us can do to protect really what we have?
Well, yourself to begin with. I think we have to just consider everything begins from ourselves with the life that's surrounding us. So I like humor. I always have as a kid, and I find the joy more, I think because I like laughter. I find more joy with being out in the woods, for example. I was tripping over a piece of wood that has fallen down, and you look at that wood and say, wow, that's a nice piece of wood. Rather than worrying about, oh, I stumbled over it, damn it.
Oh,
it's just that picking up the beauty of life, of this life that I've lived, whenever it was up or whether it was down, if I lived through it.
It's beautiful. Have you always felt that way, do you feel like, or has that kind of come with time?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. It's hard to fix any one time in your life, you know. It's, you take it in, I hope you have all 4 arm and leg still living and moving forward, and just being able to enjoy the beauty of just being alive.
Amen.
And healthy.
Yes, definitely. And Blakely, tell me where we are too with the series, and kind of what's coming up next, and of course how people can watch y'all in this.
Yeah, so right now we're finishing up the pilot episode. Everything is filmed, so we're in post-production, and once that's finished, we're hoping to move forward on these other episodes and just kind of release little segments that people can connect to. One of our goals is really to remain independent and sponsor our film through sponsorships, so that we can continue to have that unbiased narrative, because we think that's one of the most important things, to just share all of these perspectives.
Yeah, and why did you want to be a part of this?
Oh my gosh, for so many reasons. Tom,
I mean,
a river runs
Tom,
through it.
of course, yes.
Absolutely. Montana, all of the beauty that's surrounding us this whole time filming. I mean, it's hard to pick just one thing, but that's absolutely an inspiration. And my father was the director before this, which is how we all kind of got involved. And so we're able to kind of continue this in his memory as well. And be a team together. So that's been really beautiful.
The magic about all this.
Absolutely.
Somehow or another, this is that big time. It could be the big time, but that's not the point.
Mm-hmm. Right. So
it's
much
the beauty
deeper
of
than
it,
that.
the love of it. It's the mastery of it, the newness of it, the freshness of it. I think you've done that.
Thank you.
Aww.
Thank you so much.
And how has it been working with Blakely too, Tom?
Well, I've been working with some remarkable women, and Julie, my wife, who is, I just can't find the words to say the magic of her for me. That she's the one to put this forth. We just did the visuals, and she did the magic.
She made it happen. And Tom,
But women tend to do that.
we do, don't we?
Yeah.
Was there a river or a place specifically to right now that when you think of it, you just say, awe? You're in awe.
I don't say I just say it's breathless.
Yeah. Is there
It
one in
really
particular?
is. Yeah, since I was a little kid, I've had that thing of, what is this thing called life? What is this magic to be able to look out of my body and from what they call eyes and see all these magic things? It's still that way at 91. I still see this is nothing but magic. All of it.
Oh.
For all of us, we take it in to hug the magic of what's there, what we have, not what we have failed at. We don't fail if we continue to say fail. Some days I can say, what a goof. I'm an ass, but other days I just say, just to be alive and say that.
Oh yeah.
To be able to question constantly, like the rivers do, like the rivers that flow down, that go down this way. Is there a trout, nice trout over there, silverhead over there, whatever it is, steelhead there. The magic of just being alive in this space of 300 billion other hemispheres like this. I forever am caught up with that.
Oh,
That
I
there
am
is no
too.
end to any of this. We are gone, perhaps, but we have given everything that we possibly could to everything else and everyone else.
Well, I love your passion. I love both of y'all's passion. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.